Hi there, I'm Jennifer from Twist Yoga, and I wanted to give you some really exciting news. We have been working really carefully on a refresh of our Yoga Sculpt classes. So we've had them on the schedule for a while now, and we've gotten some feedback from you guys, and we've been kind of talking about what we can do to make our Yoga Sculpt classes even better. So you will see starting this week that each week our classes are going to have a little bit of a different focus for them. So just to note, right now, currently, we have Yoga Sculpt on the schedule on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30. It's a 45-minute class. And then as a bonus, we've got it on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. and that's a 60-minute class. So the structure of the classes will look fairly similar to one another. They're going to have a little bit of yoga at the beginning, just to warm up the body and get ready. And then you're going to see the class broken down into kind of two different focuses of types of movements. So you'll find a weight or a resistance band or a felt section. Then you'll find a cardio burst. You'll find a weight, a band or a felt, and a cardio. You'll find a weight, a band, a felt, and another cardio push. So the idea here is that we find that high intensity interval work where we're working a little slower when we're using our weights, the resistance bands maybe, or the felt work. We know the felt work, sometimes referred to as the other F word. We love the felt. And that keeps the heart rate down fairly low, keeps the work and the power happening in the muscles. And then we have a 1 minute, sometimes more, little cardio burst. And remember, those cardio bursts, they can be high intensity or they can be low intensity. Whatever you need that day, whatever you're feeling, there's something for everybody. So I wanted to go over a little bit of what the props are that we use in our Yoga Sculpt classes. So like I mentioned, in the working sessions, we might be using resistance bands, right? So this is the resistance band. We have 5 different levels of the resistance bands, and then we have the felt, okay? So the resistance bands, sometimes we could be using them on our arms, and we could be using them kind of to find resistance on the arms. Many times we use them on the legs. So you might find them around the ankles, you might find them up on the upper legs, and they're a beautiful way to create some resistance in your work, right? So sometimes we might be finding them as a part of a chair with like a side step. It might be a squat and a lift. I love the resistance bands because I find that they allow me to build strength in a really safe, integrated way. Sometimes we even use them in our cardio sections. But there are so many different ways to use the resistance bands, but they are something that you'll see in class. And of course, no sculpt class would be a sculpt class without our little felt squares. So we use the felt squares in different ways as well. Sometimes they're used to slide on the ground, slide to the side, slide to the front, slide back. Sometimes they're used when we're in a plank shape and we might be moving them from side to side. If you've ever tried the felts, you will remember the felts. They're very, very effective. And then, of course, we have our hand weights. And so that we can have something for everybody, hand weights are always very optional. But we do have 4 different sizes. We have a 3, we've got a 5, we've got an 8, and for those who are feeling really strong, we've got 10-pound weights. So not to worry, there is something for everybody in the weight section. So if the hand weights could be, if it's a bicep focus, if it's a tricep focus, maybe it's shoulders and back. So we do all different traditional type weight exercises that you've seen before. You've all done them before. Some of them might be like a combination where it's a reverse lunge and an overhead press. So there's options for everybody and every fitness level in the sculpt classes. And then our little cardio bursts, They might be as simple as a jumping jack, a high intensity, or a step side to side, okay? It might be high knees. You can take low intensity high knees or a higher intensity. It might be mountain climbers. It might be burpees. So remember, even when you're in your mountain climbers, you might find a low intensity mountain climber versus a higher intensity mountain climber. But there is certainly something for everybody in the classes. And then I just wanted to kind of go over what the focuses are going to be moving forward. So from now on, each month, each week of the month, we'll have a little bit of a different focus. Now, our sculpt classes are always a full body exercise, so you'll be getting everything. But each week, there'll be a little bit more in some areas. So the first week of the month will be a core focus. So kind of deep down in the core, sometimes on the obliques, mostly in the front side of the core. Week 2 of the month is going to be legs and glutes. Week 3 of the month is going to be arms, back, and shoulders. So we get a little work back there. And then week 4 is going to be a lot of balance work. So there's a lot that we can do with balance while we're still using our weight and creating more strength in the body. So sometimes people ask me, who should take Yoga Sculpt, and can I take it if I don't lift weights very often, and why should I take it? So typically I answer, anybody can take Yoga Sculpt, right? If you are looking to build some more muscle on your body, if you're looking to make your bones a little stronger, we all know all the research out there about resistance training is so very important. And we do that by lifting the weights and by using our body weight to make our bones stronger. We also, with these bursts of cardio, we're increasing that cardio capacity. So we're making our lungs stronger, we're making our heart stronger. And then we also find that mindfulness component where we slow down. So if you have kind of some high cortisol, if you're suffering in, like I am, I'm 53, almost 54, postmenopausal, so you tend to get that a little bit more weight in the belly area. That high intensity interval training is super effective in the combination with some of that weight training. So I hope that you give it a try. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. And we're anxious and excited to share our new Yoga Sculpt with you today.